Kim Michelle coming at you. Resistance Chicks, February 27th, 2017. We want to go to the Spanish, not Spanish. They speak Spanish. Hispanic. It's kind of an award.
Ramos.
It's an award ceremony, not ceremony, but like show, kind of like the CMAs or whatever.
To a Spanish-speaking audience, in which he basically says, America, you're ours.
Or
take it.
So he is a news anchor for this television show that's kind of like, my guess would be like the BBC or something. It's called Univision. Not television show, but like a station down there. That's also increasingly mixing politics with entertainment. So.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Bring up.
I am an immigrant, just like many of you. I'm a proud Latino immigrant here in the United States.
Al igual que muchos de ustedes. Yo soy un orgulloso inmigrante latino aquí en los Estados Unidos. Me llamo Jorge Ramos.
My name is Jorge Ramos, and I work at Univision and at the Fusion Network.
Y ustedes saben exactamente lo que
and you
está
know
pasando
exactly
aquí en
what
los
is going
Estados
on here in
Unidos.
the United States.
Hay mucha
There are many
gente
people who do not want us to
que
be
no
here
nos quiere
and who
aquí,
want to create
que
a
quiere
wall
crear un
to
mundo
separate us.
Para separarnos. Pero
But you know
¿saben
what?
qué?
This is also
Este
our
también
country.
es nuestro
Let me
país.
repeat this. Our
Déjenme
country,
repetir esto.
not theirs.
Nuestro
It's
país,
our country.
en nuestro país.
You want me to repeat that one more time?
I'll repeat it one more time.
He said, but you know what? This is also our country. Let me repeat this. Our country, not theirs. It is ours.
What they did there later is they put in adjust, not just
When they
theirs,
translated it into English, they put adjust. It's not.
but it just says it's ours.
But when he said it, he said our country, not theirs.
That's war. That's statement of war. Going to
He
war
just
with
did declare
Mexico.
Y no nos vamos
And
a
we are not
dejar.
going to leave. We are nearly 60 million Latinos in the United States.
En Estados Unidos, y gracias a nosotros,
And thanks to the
Estados
United
Unidos
States,
come,
the United States eats, grows,
crece,
and as we've seen today,
luego
sings and dances.
canta y baila.
So
Así
when they
que
attack
cuando
us,
nos ataquen,
we already know what we are going to do.
ya sabemos lo que
We are
vamos a
not
hacer.
going to sit down.
What are you
No nos
saying?
vamos a sentar
We will not
No
shut
nos
up,
vamos a callar.
and we will not leave.
y no
That
nos vamos
is
a
what we
ir.
are going to do.
Eso es lo que vamos a hacer.
Well, them's fighting words I do declare. They don't want no wall, they don't want no border, and as I'm going to show you in my next episode, you want to know what's coming up over that wall, over that non-existent wall, is a bunch of heroin, okay? We got some issues going on here. Now, he wasn't the only guy. The Oscars were filled with tons of people. I'm going to find this. That's... where we go. Tons of people bashing Trump. Like the whole thing was
Well, it's
Trump
become
bash.
a rite of passage to kind of get some notoriety. If you aren't being talked about and you just don't feel like you're famous enough and you want people to start talking about you, say something against Trump because everybody's gonna cover it.
All right, so here we go.
And flesh and blood actors are migrant workers. We travel all over the world. We build families. We construct stories. We build life that cannot be divided. As a Mexican, as a Latin American, as a migrant worker, as a human being, I'm against any form of wall that wants to separate us.
Well, there you go. Well, I have something to tell you about that. In our next little segment, we're going to talk about building that wall and why we need it. And, you know, we've done some segments about the fact that you can come here legally, but when you bring the fighting words and you say there's 60 million Latinos, a high portion of which are here illegally, and you say you wouldn't eat without us, listen, I got me a garden. I don't need migrant worker strawberries. Okay? And Americans, we need to start bringing food and processing back to our own hands, because here's the thing. There's a human dignity problem. I love Mexicans. I don't appreciate what they're saying here. I don't like it when that person obviously brought in some fighting words. This country's ours, not theirs. I have a beef with you. Okay? I don't have a beef with all migrants. We're granddaughters of immigrants, okay? But here's the thing. Y'all need to understand is that illegal is illegal is illegal, and the problem is you got illegals doing all kinds of crazy things. I read no less than 3 stories where somebody had been deported and come back and killed somebody just today. I read. And so when you're willing to take one step to do something illegal, then your next steps are going to be more illegal and more illegal and more illegal. And our country has some bad laws. And listen, I break laws. I break laws when they're stupid. All right? But when the laws go against our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence, you know. But here's the thing. You got that, you don't realize that the immigrants that are coming over here illegally are making it a really big mess for people who are here legally. And I realize, I've talked to some farmers and they're having trouble. It costs them a lot of money to bring in these migrant workers, and nobody's going to do the work for them. And not unless they pay them $15 or $20 an hour. Right. People don't want to work. Well, I realize that you're paying them slave wages too. $7, $8 an hour for working in the hot sun. Picking strawberries all day. Well, so it's a whole big thing. And
we always, when we discuss this, we should come back to what a friend of ours had kind of opened our eyes up to with NATO, and she knows a lot more about it than we do. NAFTA, not NATO. Sorry, the other 4-letter acronym with an N. Where we went in and we really they had a really nice farming culture based on corn. And we went in Mexico, and we went in and we really ruined it
with cheap United States corn.
And it collapsed their economy. And that is what has forced the influx of migrant workers coming to the United States. Right. And so as America, we have a responsibility to remedy that problem, but that remedy should happen down there, where we can help rebuild their economy and their farming economy and get rid of GMO corn.
Right.
The cheap corn that's making it so that there's a lot that we can do, and there's way more that needs to be discussed here. It's not that, like we said,
it's the upper elites who messed everything up.
Exactly. It's not the everyday American, and it's not the everyday Mexican that has done this. We're not against them, but that doesn't mean that we don't need to go back and make reparations and fix it so that everything can now be done properly. Mexico is a beautiful country. There should never be any reason for them to come up here. Okay, because as long as there's land to be farmed anywhere around the world, an economy should survive and people should be able to live.
But if you're putting in cheap stuff and taking over their economy, then...
Exactly. All right, you guys, this is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks, and ring that bell for notifications so they get an email every time we put out a new video. And find us on Facebook, where we can interact with you guys there on a daily basis.
La cacarocha, la cacarocha.
That's great.
The song about a cacarocha.
I was called